Today's PJ fit. And we're not gonna talk about how with curly hair, anytime you do a random ponytail, shit just decides to stick out. But it's okay. Who cares? Nobody's gonna know. How will they know? But anyway, I'm gonna make breakfast, which is more like brunch because it's 1 in the afternoon. But I'm gonna show you how I do it, and I'm gonna like be like you for a day. So first of all, I gotta make this, but I got my little tea combo. These actually taste super good. This one's like watermelon flavor, but like this combined is just chef's kiss, I swear. So hold on, let me like that little water. And I need both hands, so give me a second. Okay, water, check. Now we gotta do this whole packet and 1 scoop of this hoe. So hold on. This is like the hard part because you gotta do this shit like at the exact same time. But you know, it's a fucking scoop thingy, so it's kind of hard to do. But anyway, we just gonna say fuck it, we all, and just pour that hoe in, right? Alright, so boom. Now we did that, right? Obviously, close the shit. It just smells good. Oh my god, because this one's berry and another one's watermelon. Anyway, so now we get our mixing spoon because you know we actually do use spoons for some things in this house, just not rice. And we just stir that motherfucker for like forever. Gotta stir that hoe. And then while we're at it, because you know, honey acquired. Okay. Anyway, alright, so boom. And what I do is I just drown that motherfucker in honey, and it is so good. Oh my god, I did that one-handed. Let's go. Okay. Get over here. Eventually. Wait, can I even? I can't squeeze it that way. I have to squeeze it this way. Fuck. I have to grab it this way. Hold on. Can I do this one-handed? Barely. Hold on, let me drown this shit real quick. I squeezed the ever-loving shit out of that. That's like my grip exercise for the day. Now we're stirring this shit again. Okay, that should be good, right? And then, boom, toss that in the sink. We're not gonna need it anymore. Then, get a plate, get a napkin, let that hoe steep for like however long while you do other shit. So, hold on. Okay, boom. We're gonna move you over here. And I'm probably gonna forget and have to reheat it because unfortunately that is a bad habit of mine. So anyway, now let's get the French toast stuff. So boom, we got a few things. We got our 2 separate bowls. We have our eggs. We have our bread. Yes, honey wheat is actually pretty bussin'. And we have cream cheese for the icing later. And we have whole milk because we're not pussies and we're American. I say as I don't even like whole milk by itself. I cannot stomach that for shit unless it's like cereal. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we got. Oh yeah, hold on. We need to get. Is it in this cabinet? Yes, it is. Dun, 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 dun. Pure vanilla extract. I was gonna make a joke about how I like my men, but that's not true because actually how I like my men is like over here. So anyway. Okay, now let's get to mixing. I'm gonna be purely honest with you. I do not have any specific measurements. This is a Hispanic household. We don't do measurements. We just eyeball that hoe. So we're gonna do about, if I cannot fuck this up, like 2 eggs. Oh my god, I did that one-handed. Let's fucking go. Yeah! Okay, so anyway, like 2 eggs. Hold on, let me get the other one. Can I do 2 for 1? Can I do 2 for 1? Hold on. Please. That would be so clutch. Come on. Let's go! And no eggshells. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta get the milk. Hold on. We got our milk. We're just gonna splash that hoe. And we're gonna splash some vanilla extract. Okay. You can't put too much, but you can't put too little either, so I'm just gonna like splash the good amount. think that's more than enough because we're gonna whisk the fuck out of this hoe. So give me a second. Keep your vanilla extract next to your cream cheese and you're gonna see why later. With the milk, so yoink, back in the fridge where you belong. Now, if you are skilled in order to mix this, like me, although it's not easy, you get a fork. My boyfriend's worst enemy, it seems. If you are not skilled, you gotta whisk. But all you gotta do, poke the fucking eggs and start whisking that hoe with a flick of the wrist. It'll get a little messy, like me, but it's fine. So we're gonna, boom, you get something like that, and we're gonna clean our mess in the process because we are not fucking savages. And also, truthfully, sometimes I forget because I get so locked in. So yeah, then we're gonna take our sliced bread and we are going to slice it some more because we're making French toast sticks, not regular French toast. And you can use it with any bread. Obviously, Texas toast is better, but you know, we got this on hand. But it's okay. She'll do. Here, we got about 4 slices of bread. And you're probably like, oh my god, why you use so much bread? It's okay. We have another pack of bread in the fucking thingy, A. And B, like I said, we're chopping these into sticks. So, we're gonna need more bread. And you know, I'm just a fat ass. So, like my boyfriend says, I have to feed the curves. So, yeah, we're gonna slice this whole now. So, wow. Boom. Alright, a Latina and a knife is a very deadly combo. But anyway, so you're probably wondering, why did you leave the crust on? That is for aesthetic purposes. The crust actually gives a little extra crunch, and we are not pussies. We enjoy the crust on bread, okay? Okay, so anyway, now that we have our bread sliced into random sticks, we're gonna put these aside for now because we're gonna make the cream cheese icing. So here we go, one of my favorite parts. Very, very simple 3 ingredient things. You need your cream cheese, your vanilla extract, and sugar. Emphasis on the brown sugar, okay? Why? Because brown sugar is sweeter. It is better. It is what they use to make cookies taste so good. White sugar fucking sucks, okay? Unless it's for coffee. White sugar sucks. Brown sugar is where it's at. I'm telling you right now. So, now, we're gonna need a spoon. Wash the other spoon from earlier, yes, but it's okay because I'm gonna do dishes anyway. So, spoon acquired. Now, what you're gonna wanna do is scoop some delicious cream cheese. Honestly, considering that the cream cheese is gonna last longer than the French toast sticks, you only need about 1 good big scoop. So, yeah, that's that. Then, this is actually where you want to get a separate spoon because you don't want your cream cheese to actually mix in your sugar and be left there. That's just gross. It's cross-contamination. It's not good. It's not good. So we're actually going to get another spoon, and y'all are probably hating my guts right now for using so many utensils. But again, we have a dishwasher, and I'm going to do the dishes anyway, so I don't care. So anyway, now you're going to want to scoop your sugar, if I could, hello? Hold on, I can't do this one-handed, give me a second. Anyway, so you're gonna wanna scoop your sugar to your liking. I apparently have a fucking, not a sweet tooth, sweet teeth, and according to my parents, because I eat so much fucking sweets, sweet intolerance. So, this is not for the weak or faint-hearted. So anyway, you're just gonna take your fucking spoon, and you're just gonna sprinkle that hoe in there, a good few scoops. Again, we eyeball this hoe in this house. I'm also trying to avoid the insane fucking clumps of sugar, but literally that'll like fucking dissolve once we start mixing it. So did I just do 4 tablespoons of sugar because I am a fucking menace? Yes, the fuck I did. And I don't give 2 shits. So anyway, we got the creme cheese, we got the sugar. So you're gonna wanna also put, you could do this 2 ways. You could either just mix the cream cheese and the sugar and then do the vanilla extract, or you could put the vanilla extract so the sugar doesn't dissolve right away and then put the vanilla extract, which I think I'm actually gonna do that first because that makes more sense. So we're gonna try to chop up these fuck ass sugar clumps because they want to be hard-headed, and like some people I know, and just mix that hoe as best we can up until you basically see the brown sugar mixed in fairly well with the fucking cream cheese, which will not be hard to spot because it already looks something like that. So yeah, we're just gonna mix that motherfucker. If I can. We might be here a little while. It's like a fork. Ah! Did not mean to do that, but low-key not bad already. Just needs to be mixed a little more, and then the vanilla extract adds like that extra like sweetness to it. Like, yeah, you could just do the sugar and cream cheese if you wanted to, but like the vanilla extract, it just blends it together. Like, you feel me? I don't think you feel me, but it's okay. So anyway, honestly, you don't really need to mix too much because the cream cheese itself is gonna like do its thing pretty fast. And then you take your vanilla extract. I'm gonna take like half a cap, maybe a little less. Like, you could do like just barely a cap full of that and just like sprinkle it in real good. And then hold your vanilla extract. You don't want to spill this. And then you just mix around real good once again. Blend the fuck out of that. It smells really good. So yeah, your cream cheese is no longer white. It is like beigey brown. But that's okay. That's because it's mixed thoroughly. And you know, color is flavor. Color equals taste. Oh yeah. Okay. Cream cheese icing is basically, oh my god, it's actually perfect. What the fuck? Cream cheese icing is basically done. Anyway, cream cheese icing is basically done. That shit tastes bomb. And now we're gonna prep our pan that was conveniently left here for me, but inconveniently I have to wash it. So we're gonna do that real fast. Back to our regularly scheduled program. So we have this pan that was conveniently left here for me, but inconveniently I had to wash. So I just rinsed it pretty good. So yeah. Okay. So, remember these guys from earlier? This is the fun part. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this over here. We gotta be careful though, because you know, you do not want to spill this. This is a pain in the ass to clean up. I would know from personal experience. And then, you know, we're gonna move our crumbs aside and we're gonna bring the rest of these. And I should probably get a bigger plate to put these on. And we're not savages. Even though this is a non-stick pan, we're gonna put a little bit of butter on this pan and let that hoe sizzle real good. And I don't know, I think butter just adds a little extra flavor. So yeah, here we go. Where is our butter?
Butter.
Okay. So can I grab it? Hello? Is there one open already in the fridge? I do not see one. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Cream cheese. Boom. Butter. This brand of butter is pretty bust. I can't even cap. So, anyway. While we have that running, we're gonna take our lovely stove and put that shit. I'm a little impatient. We'll go like right about there. Let that whole warm up, right? And look, she's already starting. Beautiful. So, let that do its thing. I need another fucking spoon. Oh my god. Somebody kill me. Anyway. Okay, we actually have our sugar spoon from earlier that all I had to do was clean off and we are fine. So guys, I'm not using another spoon that I have to wash this time. Yay! Anyway, let's get to the butter. If you're smart, which I not always am, you would leave your butter out in room temperature because yes, you can do that, but we usually have one out. I think that one finished. So I had to open this brand new one and I'm gonna be the first one to just, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Scoop that hoe. Kind of sloppy, but who gives a fuck? So then you're gonna just plop that motherfucker on there. Let that shit sizzle. But you don't want to just let it sizzle in one spot. Oh, no, 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 no. You're gonna take the pan. You're gonna be really, really nice to your pan. And you're just gonna fucking slowly move that hoe around. You gotta bring it around town, just like SpongeBob, okay, guys? Bring it around town.
Time to bring it around town. Bring it around town. Then
Like, look how nicely that butter spreads. Just, chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss. So yeah, you're just gonna kind of want to do this for a little while until like that butter is completely fucking melted. Did we need this much butter? Probably not, but I say better more than less, right? So yeah, we're just gonna wait till this hoe is melted. Back, and she is beautifully melted, and she's on like low to medium heat or some shit. So anyway, now this is the fun part. So if you want, you could like whisk this once more for good measure, just because, right? I'm gonna put it on the wrapper because we're gonna throw that out. Then you're gonna take, see, she's already sizzling. She's responsive. We like that. Anyway, so now we're gonna take a piece of bread and just kind of lightly dunk that hoe, right? Make sure you actually turn it around. And yes, my hands are clean. I'm not a fucking savage. So anyway, see, she's sizzling. Perfect. Now we're just gonna toss that hoe on there, and we're gonna let her do her thing, right? And you could do maybe like 3 at a time depending on the size of your pan, right? So boom. All right, another one. Just dunk that hoe, flip, dunk that hoe, pick her up, and we're gonna just move her over. Boom. That's 2. I could probably fit a 3rd one, but I think for now I'll just stick with 2 at a time, just because. And I did 4 slices of bread and cut them into 4, so that's how much? I don't know. I'm too hungry to do the math right now, but we're gonna let her sizzle. We're gonna turn up the heat just a smidge if you're impatient like me and want this done a little faster. And we are not going to pick this up with our hands. No, we're gonna be a fry cook and use a fucking spatula. Yes, baby. Spatula. So yeah, she's sizzling. She's doing her thing. The batter is battering the way you should batter. I just realized I forgot to add cinnamon. That's okay. I'll add that and I'll just do it in the rest of them. So I'm gonna do that while this is cooking. Wondering why this looks so plain, and then I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is French toast without cinnamon? So you could just sprinkle as a good amount of cinnamon and just like mix that in there. It's not too late. It'll be fine. Like I said, mix it in there real good. And yeah, so those 2, they might be a little plainer, not gonna lie. Oh, she really sizzling, she's talking back. Okay, so anyway, cinnamon, boom, there. Those should be about ready to flip at this point, so I hope. I don't really know. Can I flip this one-handed? Hello? Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay, so she's working. I could low-key leave that on there for a little longer. Oh my god, but flip! She flipped, but not the way we wanted it to. I said flip! Ah! Yeah, I'm not the best cook. I'm really sorry, guys. This is not impressive at all. But you know what? A for effort. I'm trying. That's what matters, right? Right? So yeah. I would say maybe like, depending on how soft or how crunchy-ish you want it, you could do maybe like about 2 minutes on each side to be fine. Like, some people do it like golden like that. Other people wait till it's a little more brown. It doesn't really matter. It's your preference. But yeah, when you have them to your liking, you can just pick that hoe up and plate that hoe and then rinse and repeat. So we'll be back. Don't forget the cinnamon like I did the first time, but it's okay. It'll still be good. Okay, so I made about like half the stash. This one is just covered in cinnamon from the batter. That's why it looks so gross. And then, yeah, my cream cheese icing. Looks terrible, but tastes really, really, really freaking good. So yeah.